Time context. The movie 12 Angry Men was aired in 1957. The murder cases were held so that they can gather references to the evident prejudice and assumption that remained unchecked during this trial. At that time, professionals and jurors believed towards their gender and cultural origin, made it difficult for them to evaluate cases truly and fairly. Viewpoint. David A. Mitchell and Daniel Eckstein were both authors of Jury Dynamics and Decision-Making, a prescription for groupthink. They argued that the structure of the jury system places juries at a particularly high risk, considering the regularity with which many of the preceding antecedent conditions occur in juries. They argued that the structure of the jury system may not only be conducive but often help create the occurrence of groupthink.
Objectives. Short term, it is to have a jury made up of people who have no prior expertise or understanding of the subject to prevent conflict. Long term, for the jurors to consider and analyze the facts presented and to consider and discuss the various interpretations and to reach a decision on which they all agree. Areas of consideration, SWOT, understanding each opinion, under the strength and under the weaknesses, lack of tradition of impartial leadership, different background and professions, low self-esteem, under opportunity, learning the opinion of others, and the threats using power of authority or high personality.
There are two alternative courses of action. The first one is the diversification of the jury's social and ideological backgrounds. There are advantages and disadvantages to this. The advantages are diverse juries are better fact-finders and they tend to give more careful assessment of the evidence. And the disadvantages to this are differences in their social and ideological background, and they may change their perception and decisions. The second alternative courses of action is setting of ground rules for how to proceed in making a decision. The advantages are work collaboratively and remain focused on work and improve effectiveness and make it easier to resolve future communication issues. And the disadvantages are consumption of time and not free to share other solutions or ideas.
Recommendations. To avoid groupthink, jurors must learn to interact without getting skewed with their own initial perceptions. In addition to this, the individual member of the jury team should critically evaluate all alternatives, considering each diverse viewpoint, structurally debating the pros and cons of each side of an issue to ensure the best possible decision. The leader should avoid underscoring his or her dominance without overriding the contribution of others in the process of formulating a decision. To help enhance verdict-making effectiveness, one must be able to act the role of the foreperson in the group. Since more alternatives are generated, it is best to suggest upholding a follow-up meeting to reconsider and reanalyze the compromise choices and the viewpoints, communicating once again to weigh and calculate every single possibility to acquire a final verdict.
For the plan of action to achieve the short-term objective of to have a jury made up of people who have no prior expertise or understanding of the subject to prevent conflict, we will hire or recruit legally qualified individuals and we will establish rules and regulations, and person or unit responsible for these are the lawyers and the judges. And for the time frame, it is not applicable because we will do this until we complete the jury that we want. And for the budget allotment, it is not also applicable because we will not be spending any money for this plan of action. For the long-term objective of for the jurors to consider and analyze the facts presented, to consider and discuss the various interpretations, and to reach a decision on which they all agree to maintain their credibility. We will engage in open discussions, we will draw inferences from the facts presented, and we will deliberate ruling on issues of law. And the person or unit responsible for these are the jurors. And for the time frame, it is infinite, and for the budget allotment, it is not applicable because, again, we will not be spending any money for this plan of action.